Today, this video is going to cover how to create a dialog tree from scratch and the basic controls on the Workbench workflow. Let's get started. So here you see we're just in the dialog tree list view. There's nothing here yet, so let's add a new one. Here we'll start by specifying a name, and you can actually have autosave every 60 seconds. We'll leave that on for now, but you can turn it off later on, so don't, waste too much time thinking about it. And let's get started. Here we go. So in this workflow, you can see we've got the name, a save button, auto save flag. This is a button for adding a node. This is a button, it's grayed out right now for adding a reply node, uh, global variables, and a way to clone the tree itself and set the zoom level. Since we've got nothing here so far, if we hit save, it's going to just tell us, please create at least one node to save. So let's get started. You click the add node, you'll see this is the dialog node menu. You simply can put in a title if you want, not necessary. Speakers, however, you should either have one or more speakers. Right now we're going to stick with just one. And this is Louise talking to Kazumi. And I've set these up through the character workflow, which there's another video on if you're confused, but it's fairly straightforward. As far as content goes, we're just going to say, hi, how's it going? And here you can see actions. We're not going to cover actions in this video, but we will cover them in a later video. Add node. So here you see we have the first node. It's in red, and that's because Louise's color was set red in the character section. And now we can actually save, and it will go through and save it, tell you what time it's been saved at, so you can see that it's constantly updating. Kept the autosave on just so now we can actually see what's going on. And let's now go through the rest of the buttons again. Here you can see I can actually just hit add node again and it'll do it all over again. Or I could actually hit the reply node, which will autofill the speakers in inverse order and just drop me straight into the content. So I can say, I am sad. Add node. And you see here, this is set as green. There's no title because we didn't give it one. And we've actually got a reply node. Now, here's an interesting thing. Let me turn off the autosave. And you can see here, I actually can reselect this. So this is what this yellow outline is to select. And I can actually hit add reply node. And now I'll say, I am happy. Add a node. And here you go. You've actually now got two different responses. Now let's actually save this just so we actually get it saved in there. And we've got the basics of a dialogue. Now, the thing to note is these arrows are not, the way to take them off is to grab and pull off, but you can also just relink back if you want. And you can see they say untitled. If you double click into any of these, you can change the title. So we'll call this sadness. And you can add conditions here. And here we've got Louise is happy is our only condition, but if you click on the create conditions, you can see here a list of conditions and you can add more dialogue conditions. We'll go over this more in depth in another video, but feel free to play around. So here we apply. We've got sadness. Let's save it. All right. Now just some other quick tips. You can easily just zoom by typing in, anything to here, we'll zoom it in. We'll zoom it out. But you can also hold down the control key and do a scrolling motion, either with a trackpad the trackpad scroll, or on a mouse, usually your click wheel, to zoom in and out. And as far as panning goes, if you hold down the shift key and move around, this is how you pan. That concludes the basic information. Just keep aware that you can also, if you have any questions, always click on this glowy eye icon and it'll pop up the tooltips to give you also the shortcuts. There's shortcuts to every single one of these things that I did. Alt-N, Alt for a new node, Alt-R for a reply node, and Alt-S to save. All right, looking forward to what you guys have created, and feel free to ask any questions. You can easily use the help or feedback links in the app. Have a nice day.